One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
It's like, I remember I had earplugs in, you're like, did you hear about Hogan? And I was like, hey, what? And I was like, oh yeah, I did. Because you were probably like laying there like while I was sleeping, thinking, I wonder if he knows.
Yeah.
Right? 360 drop kick. Like I never seen that on a game or even anyone else do that.
I'm gonna try.
It's like a spin kick, except for it's with both feet, obviously.
Oh. Is that the new game, Katie? It looks like the new.
I don't know. I just put on Rob and Hogan, and I know that like other sources are gonna flag it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I just figured if it was a video game, someone uploaded it would be okay.
That's a good call. Smart move. Right? Yeah. Well, that's news today, obviously.
Crazy things. Yeah. I got up this morning to work out like I do in the middle of the night often. So I got up like 4 and I made it back to bed just a little after 9. And right, around that time, which, we're 3 hours behind Florida. So it'd be like noon there. I can't remember who gave me the message first. It was a link to the TMZ report. And anyway, that was not that you need to know my whole schedule, but I went back to bed. Oh, there it was. Yeah, the 360 duck kick. Sweet. I appreciate that. Thanks for noticing, whoever made this game. And whoever wore the gimmicks to be RVD, the sensors. And all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I wanted to tell you, but I think I sent it to your Xbox, and then I was like, well, that's stupid. That's probably the last thing she's gonna check. But yeah. And then I went back to sleep, and then when she woke up, she was like, I remember I had earplugs in, you're like, did you hear about Hogan? And I was like, hey, what? And I was like, oh yeah, I did. Because you were probably like laying there like while I was sleeping, thinking, I wonder if he knows.
Right? Because I just read the message from my mom telling me what happened. As soon as I woke up, I read her message first, and then you were sleeping, so that's why I wanted to wake you up. I figured you didn't know, or else you would have told me.
Yeah, so I didn't catch you awake. But so, this is a question that I wouldn't answer before out of respect that I got asked a lot of times. And it's one of those, ask me anything. If I don't want to answer it, then, I won't answer it, or I'll give you a no answer that you think answered it. But the question I've been asked a lot is, who's the most famous person that you ever smoked weed with? And I always say, I just, out of respect for him, I don't think he would appreciate me. He would say, keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. Anyway, dude, that would be Hulk Hogan, who I think is at least a top contender for the most recognizable man on the planet. I could be wrong. I don't live in Zimbabwe, and maybe, it's different there, but not only because he's had the same look forever and been the immortal that he has, but he also, hey, I don't dance.
They made you do a jig.
I did a jig, yeah. Also, sorry, the jig
threw you off.
But you don't live in Zimbabwe, and Hogan's never changed his look.
Yeah, and I was just what I was gonna say was he also stands out in a crowd like a sun, like a ball of fire because of his colors, and he's also a giant, So anyway, I think probably there's a good chance he might be the most recognizable man on the planet, and that's what I've always said. I said that to him one time we were at TNA Universal Studios. He said, "You're crazy," And I was like, no, I mean, who else, who do you think? Like President Obama? But, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, not a real exciting story, but one time, for some reason, because we lived on the West Coast, Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan, and Rob Van Dam took a private jet, from a charter jet from the West Coast to Raw or SmackDown. I don't remember what the show was, or if I was a regular on the show, or if I was maybe gone in a special appearance. I really don't remember what that was. Although somebody, I think YouTube Chris asked me recently if I remembered being on yeah, he did. I don't think I answered the question but he asked if I remembered that we all took a plane together. Anyway, we did the show, and after the show, TV somewhere on the East Coast, New York-ish, and Eric wasn't riding back with us, and I don't know why, but so it was just me and Hulk in the limo on the way back to the airport, and then in a plane that we slept on across the country, and at that time, like I had hung out with him, and worked with him. But I hadn't smoked with him, and I didn't know. I kind of figured, hey, cool, so I kind of figured, he's kind of high profile to be doing this. But we had the limo guy.
You said wee.
We had the limo pull over on a sidewalk, and we went in at this Chinese restaurant, only thing we could find open, super late, we're starving. We ordered a bunch of Chinese food, and then we're outside standing on the sidewalk getting some air, and boom, there goes again the 360 duck cake. Anyway, I said, bro, I'm gonna light up a doobie, I'm just giving you a heads up, and he was like, well, we'll light it up, brother. And I was like, oh, and I fucking smoked it and handed it to him, and he fucking hit it. And I was like, damn, okay. I just figured since he's recognizable like the president, and at the time it wasn't cool in the legal sense to stand out on the sidewalk and smoke, So I just, I was surprised, even though it was like nobody was out, and it must have been really late. And it was dark, and like I said, it was the only thing open. So, but anyway, we became closer friends.
Hey, you're probably wondering why I'm dressed like a sleeveless paperboy. Well, no reason in particular, but I do want to talk about our new sponsor, IndaCloud. Very happy to have them on board with us at One of a Kind with RVD. And man, I opened my box of stuff, and man, is it a box of stuff. There's so many different neat things here, too. If you want to loosen up a little bit in a different way, THC, you have this option here with Indica. Look at this stuff. So I'm pulling out all these different items here. Okay, first off, we got gummies here. Right here, IndaCloud Bliss gummies, elderberry, very, very good stuff. Man, look at this. And it's got milligrams of THC for all your different kinds of needs. A dope rope. A dope rope. Look at that. Man, Blue Raz. I couldn't believe it when I opened this box and saw that. Plus, look at this Soda Shop Pops. Look at that, baby. That's pretty sweet, too. We got strawberry right there. And then Chronic Crystals, too. THC. All different milligrams and different things like that. Such a variety. You can check it out at IndaShop. Inda.shop/RVD. You get 25% off when you use code RVD. This is such a neat product and like perfect for this podcast in particular, right? So you work hard, maybe you deal with life sometimes, but you still do deserve an escape. Absolutely. That's where IndaCloud comes in. Gummies, flour, pre-rolls, all federally legal, seriously fun, and just a few clicks away. Whether you're chasing better sleep, deeper intimacy, or just solid daytime relief, this is grown-up cloud chasing done right. So if you're 21 or older, Head to indacloud.co and use code RVD to get 25% off your first order plus free shipping. That's indacloud.co, code RVD, 25 off, free shipping. You know what to do. Cloud, baby. Look at that. So many options you can check out. So, like I said, take a look. If you're 21 or older, now's your chance to float around above the stress, because IndaCloud is giving all new customers 25% off. That's right, their first order plus free shipping. Just use code RVD or click the link in the show notes to claim your discount. That's indacloud.co. That's indacloud.co. Use code RVD for free shipping plus 25% off your first order. You can't beat it. Order now. Fill out their quick survey to support the show and enjoy the best part of your week. Brought to you by IndaCloud.